I think it's time for a radio show.
Hello there. I see in the news a cop in Arkansas is 91 years of age and has absolutely no plans to retire. Good for him. I just hope his next arrest isn't cardiac. All right, let's do this.
This radio show's beginning to begin at the beginning.
Hit music now with Phil Allen on Radio 1, where hit music lives.
Phil Allen.
Hello, Tuesday.
Across the island and around the world, this is Radio 1 with Phil Allen.
Hit music with Phil Allen. Radio 1 Mallorca.
During his first press conference today, President Biden said, quote, "I got elected to solve problems." Okay, so what do you know about boats and canals then?
Greetings. Welcome to the show.
And now here to entertain you,
the finest broadcaster.
My favorite show.
Showtime.
Kicking off the show today, All To You from Jason Walker on Radio 1 Mallorca. Hello there, good afternoon. This is Phil Allen for Tuesday. Plenty of sunshine around this afternoon with highs at 21 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy, overnight lows down to 12 degrees. Tomorrow, clear and sunny all day long with highs 20 degrees. Sunset this evening, 12 minutes past 8, and on the radio, Dua Lipa, We're Good on Radio 1 Mallorca.
I'm on an island. Hit music with Phil Allen.
Sophisticated people play chess. Rednecks can amuse ourselves for hours with a sheet of bubble wrap. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, for God's sakes, Joe, let the kids play with it a while.
Radio 1 Mallorca.
Joel Corey, Ray, David Guetta and Bed at Radio 1 Mallorca. This is Phil Allen, lots to get through in this hour. Soul Train Anthem upcoming in a few songs' time. Stand-up comedy around about 1:30. Brian Regan on Doctors versus Vets on National Doctors Day. Another old school flashback classic later, plus we'll open the birthday file and we're talking cats today as well. Hi to Lucy, Erin and Faith, who are working hard data processing at BKL in Hammersmith. Hello ladies. Congrats to Tanisha and Ian in Palma who got engaged on Saturday, and that's with loads of love from Gabby, Alana, Antonio, Maria and Michelle. Congratulations. If you'd like to get in touch with the show, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at DJ Phil Allen, or on the email, it's mail@phil-allen.co.uk. Hit music now, Tinashe with I'm Every Woman on Radio 1 Mallorca.
I'm every woman.
This is Radio 1.
Now, hotter than ever, Phil Allen.
Radio 1 Mallorca with Jonas Blue and Alva with Something Stupid. This is Phil Allen and we are going back in time with a Soul Train anthem in moments.
If it's a hit,
It's here.
Radio 1.
Phil Allen.
From the home of Richiana Isha at breakfast, this is Radio 1 Mallorca. Stand-up comedy time right now with Brian Regan on Doctors versus Vets.
Doctors specialize, right? Last month, I went to an ear, nose, and throat doctor. Last week, I went to an arch of the foot, small of the back, nape of the neck doctor. I have fallen arches, my small's too big, and I have a trick nape. It's weird. In the human world, there's a doctor for every body part, but in the animal world, a veterinarian takes care of all animals and all their parts. It's got to be the hardest job in the world. Where are the bighorn sheep knee doctors? The wildebeest gastroenterologists. The giraffe throat, and throat doctors.
Brian Regan, here's Montero, Call Me By Your Name from Lil Nas X on Radio 1 Mallorca.
I caught it bad just today.
You're listening to Radio 1 Mallorca, and in today's breaking Not Headline News, for the very latest Not Headline News, let's cross now to the Not Headline News newsroom.
This is Not Headline News. MC Hammer is 59 today, and he's got a new record deal. He gets 15% off any album with his Best Buy employee discount. The container ship that was stuck in the Suez Canal is now moving after 6 days. The crane used to dislodge it will now be used to transport Russell Crowe to the set of his next movie. The Suez Canal jam disrupted IKEA's supply chain. IKEA has apologized for the delay in shipment of the Florbin Bourbons and Jurgen Blurgens. And a mafia fugitive was caught because he made a YouTube cooking video. But before they took him away, he made them an omelet they couldn't refuse. This is not headline news.
Phil Allen.
Thank you. Here's Paul Wolford and the Mark with Heat.
Radio 1 Mallorca.
Phil Allen.
You're listening to Radio 1 Mallorca. It is Tuesday, March 30th, 2021. Man, we're running out of March. Today and tomorrow, that's it. Thursday, April Fool's Day. Feel like being foolish?
April Fool!
April Fool, mother.
Thank you, Samuel. Today, March the 30th, is National Doctors' Day in the UK and the USA. And they've had quite the year. Here's a thank you montage for all the docs.
Happy Doctor's Day. Thank you, every doctor, for saving our life.
That's it.
Somebody give me a doctor.
They call me Dr. Love. They call me Dr. Love.
Doctor, my eyes.
Doctor, 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 doctor. I gotta listen to the doctor.
Doctor, feel good.
He's the one they call Dr. Feel Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy National Doctor's Day.
Thank you for putting us before you.
Thank you, Doctor. On this date in 1842, Dr. Crawford W. Long of Jefferson, Georgia, became the first to use ether as an anesthetic during a minor operation. The miner recovered quickly and was back at work in the mines the next day. On this date in 1853, a patent was granted for the invention of a pencil with an attached eraser on the end. On this date in 1867, the US agreed to buy Alaska from Russia for $7.2 million. On this date in 1950, the photo transistor was invented. Finally, photos were able to listen to the radio too. On this date in 1987, Platoon won 4 Academy Awards. What's not to love?
I mean, what's not to love?
Exactly. Geetali Nora Shankar is celebrating her 42nd birthday today. You know her by her stage name, Nora Jones. She's the daughter of Ravi Shankar, who was a collaborator with the Beatles many, many years ago. Mark Consuelos, that's Mr. Kelly Ripper, turns the big 5-0 today. He plays Veronica's father on Riverdale. Celine Dion turns 53 today. When she belts out a song, ships sink, but her heart goes on. Aww. Former talk show guy Piers Morgan is only 56. I had him way older. Tracy Chapman turns 57 today. She's got a fast car, you know. MC Hammer turns 59 today. Stop! Hammer time. Eric Clapton hits 76 today, not clapped out yet. Warren Beatty turns 84 today. A biographer claims Beatty has slept with over 12,000 women. And finally, there's a guy in the news today who had a neighbour put their house up for sale. When he looked up the details online, he saw pictures of his cat at their house, living a double life. We now present what the cat was thinking.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, you're so observational.
Where have you been?
Spending time at my other digs.
Well, are you hungry?
Well, I guess I could eat some more.
Oh, you're getting to be a fat cat, aren't you?
Looks like I'm not the only one, tight pants.
Mr. Friskers?
Oh, these names. The other people call me Thor.
How would you like to sleep with me tonight?
I'll finish this bowl later. That is my out cue.
Where does he go every night?
Thank you. Here's Stefflon Don and Can't Let You Go, the remix on Radio 1 Mallorca.
Phil Allen.
Tuesday, hour 2.
Across the island and around the world. This is Radio 1 with Phil Allen.
Hit music with Phil Allen. Radio 1 Mallorca.
A Spirit Airlines flight was diverted to Denver yesterday after a passenger allegedly tried to open an emergency exit door. Luckily, it was a Spirit plane, so the emergency exit was just painted on.
What have you got for me?
We got a big show for you. Big show.
All right. When is it?
It was yesterday.
You're kidding. Doesn't anyone do anything on Tuesdays anymore? Wait.
It is today.
Tuesday.
Hey, it's Tuesday.
I'm just a happy camper. Rocking and a rolling. Welcome to the show.
Radio 1 Mallorca kicking off hour 2 on the show today. Music by Lucas with Dark Space. Hello there, this is Phil Allen. Checking your weather for the rest of the day today. Plenty of sunshine with highs 21 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy with overnight lows down to 12 degrees. Tomorrow, clear and sunny all day long with highs 20 degrees. Sunset this evening, 12 minutes past 8, and the sea surface temperature around Mallorca is down slightly to 14.6 degrees. Coming up in this hour, we'll have another Soul Train anthem, stand-up comedy, round about 2:30, the legendary George Carlin on Odd Moments We All Share. We'll have another flashback classic from the old school, and in your Showbiz Update for Tuesday, we'll have audio from Machine Gun Kelly's ex, model Summer Rae. We'll also hear from Mark Knopfler, who's finally explained exactly who the Sultans of Swing were. Plus, we'll have audio from last night's Jimmy Kimmel Live. Happy birthday to Lydia Williams in Palma today. Have a great day with loads of love from Nyla, Kathy, Robin and Sophia as well. Happy birthday, Lydia. Have a great day. If you'd like to get in touch with the show, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at DJ Phil Allen or via email. It's mail@phil-allen.co.uk. Hit music now. Waited so long. Milk Bar the remix. This is Over to Over on Radio 1 Mallorca.
Hit music with Phil Allen.
You call those cheap implants boobs? Those aren't boobs. They're lies.
Radio 1 Mallorca.
Think I forgot to breathe.
Phil Allen.
Hit music and stand-up comedy too. Stand-up comedy time right now with the legendary George Carlin on Odd Moments We All Share.
Little universal moments that we share separately. The things that make us the same. They're so small we hardly ever talk about them. Do you ever look at your watch and then you don't know what time it is? And you have to look again and you still don't know the time. So you look a third time and somebody says, "What time is it?" You say, "I don't know." Do you ever notice how sometimes all day Wednesday, you keep thinking it's Thursday? And it happens over and over all day long. And then the next day, you're all right again. Do you ever find yourself standing in one of the rooms in your house and you can't remember why you went in there? You ever been talking to yourself and somebody comes in the room and you have to make believe you were singing? And you hope to God the other person really believes there's a song called What Does She Think I Am? Some kind of putz?
George Carlin. Here's a tune called One More Time from Robin Schulz, Felix Jan and Alida on Radio 1 Mallorca.
You can break my heart.
You're listening to Radio 1 Mallorca, and in today's breaking accounting news, a tax preparer in Houston, Texas faces multiple charges after she allegedly pulled a gun on a customer and attacked another after they noticed issues with their tax returns. The woman arrested owns the tax business. This is her ad.
If you're a tax accountant with difficult customers, it might be time to go to H&R Glock. If they're upset about their refund, show them your 1040 and your 10mm. Rifle through the papers. Make them familiar with your flash suppression exemption. Then offer them a strong rate of return fire. They'll probably have an automatic deduction in their pants. H&R Glock, where you can hold your customers over a barrel.
Phil Allen.
Thank you. Dub Dogs and Jord, everybody wants to party.
Radio 1 Mallorca.
Phil Allen.
Showbiz Update.
You're listening to Radio 1 Mallorca. Here comes your Showbiz Update for Tuesday. Let's start with audio from Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits. He's finally explained exactly who the Sultans of Swing were.
Sultans of Swing was actually in a little pub. There's a Dixieland jazz band playing down in, Deptford or Greenwich, and almost nobody in but some young lads, were over in the end of the pub playing pool. At the end of the night, the trumpet player or whoever does the announcement says, well, right, that's it, it's time to go. He says, We Are the Sultans of Swing. And you couldn't be less a sultan of anything, you know, if you were in that band on that night in that pub.
Mark Knopfler. The Super Bowl generated $400 million in ad revenue for Viacom CBS, which was down 6.4% from the previous year, according to new figures from Standard Media Index. Now, Woody Allen has talked with Paramount Plus, who is streaming a CBS Sunday Morning special with Woody Allen telling his side of the sexual abuse allegations. It's his first interview in 3 decades and was recorded last July. HBO has signed Game of Thrones author George R.R. Martin to a new 5-year overall deal. Godzilla vs. King Kong debuted in cinemas around the world over the weekend in 38 overseas markets to an impressive $121.8 million, including $70.3 million from Chinese cinemas. It debuts on HBO Max tomorrow. Next up, more audio. Here's a clip from model Summer Rae, Machine Gun Kelly's ex-girlfriend. Machine Gun Kelly's real name is Colson Baker. Anyway, she says he cheated on her with Megan Fox, and she's not even upset, as she would have probably done the same thing.
I dated Colson, never had sex with him. I'm like the most prude person ever. Like at least 3 months. I like make you wait like at least 3 months, and like I have to make sure like you're someone good to me. Like I'm not gonna make you a number if you're not good to me, you know. So Colson just never passed the test. But the thing is, I don't really feel bad saying that because he did kind of cheat on me with Megan Fox. So it's kind of like, because if you look at the timeline of us dating, we were together in Puerto Rico. He's filming this movie, The Switchblade Grass, whatever. I don't know. It's this movie that he's filming with Megan Fox. So I waited in the hotel the whole time when he's filming with her, and I'm like, I'm not really thinking anything of it, like, because I thought she was older and like had kids and married and stuff. And the thing is, that's why I'm not even mad about it. I'm like, dude, I'd probably do the same thing. I'd cheat on Colson with Megan Fox.
Summer Rae. Now, Lady Gaga turned 35 over the weekend, midway to 70. Jason Derulo and his girlfriend, Jenna Frooms, are expecting their first child together. As we mentioned yesterday, Sharon Osbourne is officially out of the talk. Whether she quits or was fired totally depends on who you talk to. Dwayne Johnson says you'll see him as a superhero in Black Adam when it hits cinemas in July of next year. Hilary Duff has given birth to her third child, a daughter named May. Megan Thee Stallion has donated $50,000 to the families affected by the Atlanta massage shootings. And finally, here's audio from last night's Jimmy Kimmel Live.
We are back to work after a full week of vacation. I have to be honest, I'm glad to be back. We went on a cruise. We went on a cruise through the Suez Canal. You ever done that? Very slow, very, it's almost as if we weren't moving at all. I have to say, after all the fighting and the tooth gnashing over the past few years, it was nice to see the whole world come together to make fun of a boat. It really was. The container ship, known as the Ever Given, was wedged in the Suez Canal for the last 6 days. It was finally freed this morning by a fleet of tugboats, same way they got Trump out of the White House. The Suez Canal, I think we all learned a little bit about it in school. It's one of the main arteries for ships carrying goods around the globe. It was completely blocked by this ship. Basically, capitalism had a heart attack over this last week. The ship that got stuck was loaded with IKEA furniture, which means thousands of men in their 20s now have an excuse for why they don't own a headboard. But the total value of the goods that were unable to get through amounted to something like $10 billion a day. And they say we may see the effects of the logjam in stores. In particular, they say we might have a shortage of coffee and toilet paper, because the good news is without one, you might not need the other. But
Jimmy Kimmel, hit music now with Cardi B. This is Up on Radio 1 Mallorca.
Phil Allen.
I mean, what's not to love?
That's it from me for today. DV up next with Essential Afternoons. Des here from 6 with Tuesday's Drive Time. I'll see you tomorrow from 1.
Oh, my sweet darling. Oh, my dearest love. I'll count the hours that you're away.
Bless you, Tresh.
Well, that's our show.
It's over.
What?
It's over. It is over.
Is that it?
That's it.
Everybody still awake?
Will you come on already? I just can't stand these long goodbyes.
All right, big finish.
See you later.
This This is Radio 1 with Phil Allen. Phil Allen. Spread the word.
Yeah. Hey.
And the love.
Radio